Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And yesterday we may have seen the most insane game in all of competitive Hearthstone history, as Zhao T, as we can see in this image here, had fought all the way into fatigue. The game went all the distance and everything came down to a good old-fashioned Ragnaros coin flip, like we time traveled back to 2014. We're gonna go over what I think is probably the most epic game in competitive Hearthstone since the Paveling book, back when Pavel won Worlds way back when over Amnesiac, but it was pretty insane. We're gonna go over Zhao T's win, as well as the plans for next year's Worlds and the whole competitive system, which will finally see the return of in-person events, which is just great to see. And this will probably be our last news video of the year, as we'll start our year-end recap starting tomorrow. So if you enjoy the content on the channel, feel like I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like, as it helps the channel out a lot. As you can see this image here, Zhao T was up 2-1 in the series and needed a rag coin flip to win the game. But this game wasn't just that. It was actually just nuts. So you can see here, Phil getting the upgraded Horseman hero power. He demolition renovators the big location from Zhao T. He's also holding a steam cleaner down here. And Zhao T knows these cards. These are open deck lists. So Phil's Death Knight, typically Death Knight was like unfavored against Warrior, but it was super teched against it with the Demolition Raider, with the Steam Cleaner. So ultimately Zhao T had to set up in the late game a turn where he could play his quest reward, draw as many quest rewards as possible, and try and beat Phil that way. What Zhao T does here, right? He's got his quest reward, he plays it, he's got the wand, right? To try and draw out. You really want that time warp, get that extra turn to go with that, but ultimately, he starts off getting a Mara. Sulfur is really good to push 8 damage every turn. That rag hit, but he time warps, he wands, doesn't get the time warp. He actually had the 1 mana draw from Grifta, which discards 2 cards. So you might as well play that because your deck's gonna get steam cleanered. So he starts with a shield block for the guaranteed card draw. Still doesn't get time warp, gets Galvadon. So goes for it again, hoping to get that time warp. So basically he gets that. He's going to be able to kill his opponent in 1 turn, making things simple. However, he draws the 3 cards. He gets Barnabas, but there goes time warp. It's discarded. Also the crown for some more value. And from here on, this looks pretty unfavored for Zhao T, as he's got very limited value in hand. However, as I was co-casting with Theo, I was saying to Theo, he's going to probably end up trying to dump his hand, Gigafin, and then play that monkey for random legendaries, and you never know what happens here. But he also, you'll note, gets the Carnassa, which shuffles a bunch of Raptors into the deck, so once he gets steam cleanered, he can basically never die to fatigue, and then we're off to the races, right? We don't know what's going to happen from here, but Zhao T can play around fatigue, get some random legendaries, and all at the same time, Phil has the upgraded Horseman hero power to get random undeads. And what's insane here is Phil's last card, and he knows this, is Ziliax, and this is absolutely huge, as right now, as you can see, he starts dumping his hand, getting rid of his cards so he can inevitably just goblet this turn and have a handful of Ziliax that not only will help him never die to fatigue, but constantly create threats, fight for board. It was just an insane setup, and it looked to me, I'm like, well, it looks like we're gonna have a tied series. We're gonna go to a Warrior Mirror, would have been a Quest Warrior Mirror, unless Zhao T can pull a miracle out of this monkey. So we get to the point where Zhao T has dumped his hand enough, gets the Megafin, plays the monkey, and a card that really hasn't seen much play in Standard throughout all of the year is the card that inevitably changed everything. And it's not the Totolera he's holding up there, the turtle, but the Marithra, the 6 mana shaman legendary. All of a sudden, he's able to play the turtle. He gets it out this turn. And if we fast forward a bit, he gets a crazy swing that changes the complexion of everything up to this point. So yeah, the turtles died. Phil feels clear the board. Things are looking good. And then boom, Marithra hits. He resummons the turtle, a 10-10, a Dracorix, which gives him a huge tempo swing to clear the board. And from here, it was Zilliax into the board, back and forth. And the rest of the legendaries, for the most part, for Zhao Ti were just stat bombs. Didn't do a ton, but it came down to the end game fatigue and the damage that the Ragnaros hero power was able to deliver. Phil was able to create a board that there was no way for Zhao Ti to be able to clear. And with no taunt left, if he doesn't win exactly this turn, the weapon, the foam render, and the hero power would kill him. And yeah, basically all Zhao Ti can do from this position is isolate everything down to one single minion and get that one single Ragnaros shot. And with that one single Ragnaros, just like it's the year 2015, he is able to secure his position in the finals against Definition, and ultimately won pretty handily in it. Nothing too crazy in that series, winning 3-1. And honestly, just like the Babbling Book, right? That wasn't in the finals, but this will go down as the more iconic game we have seen at Worlds in a very, very long time. As we can see here, this is how the top 8 ran out. So if you're wondering who your Choose Your Champion winner was, if they got to the top 8, this is how it worked out. You got 2 packs if you picked Jiangsu. If you picked, I believe, Inkuro, Yan Ming, my pick, got 2 packs. He did not win back-to-back. Or Maxibon, who took Phil all the way, I believe, to 5 games. It was pretty cool. Actually, no, I think he lost 3-1. Regardless, he didn't quite get there. You get 3 packs if you picked Lovestorm or Phil. You get 4 packs if you picked Definition, and 5 packs if you picked Zhao Ti. Zhao Ti, very happy with his victory, tweeting, 2025 Hearthstone World Champion. I promise I win this for you. Showing a DM with him and Gabby, where Gabby saying, or I guess Gabby was pretty sad about the row games that happened for him not winning, and he said, I'll take the win for you, King. And it was just really cool to see Zhao win. He's been around forever. Awesome guy. They actually did an actual interview with the winner for once after he won, and just seemed really happy about everything. And he's done everything in the competitive scene for years. He's the most experienced player in the field and absolutely deserved back-to-back championships for China. I will say it's kind of crazy. I mentioned this at Fun Fact Definition, the runner-up actually had a winning record against every opponent he faced, including Zhao Ti. He swept him in the opening round, but Zhao Ti clawed his way back to get to finals to beat him 3-1. But Definition only lost 1 series. Same as Zhao Ti, just the tournament structure. So kind of unfortunate that way. Definition still gets like, I think, $60,000 as prize money. But yeah, it's just the way it works out that he didn't technically ever lose or have a losing matchup to anybody. Pretty dominant showing without winning the whole damn thing. And I will say the production at Worlds was so good. They had like all these quality of life updates, like you would see on a deck tracker, like maximum mana and health, how much ceaseless costs, what's left in the deck. It was really cool to see, and things will only get better. As I'll link this down below if you want to take a look. They've already announced next year's esports, which is earlier than they would normally announce. We know that next season in January will matter for winter championships to qualify. There'll be a championship in April, a spring championship in June, a summer championship in August, and Worlds will be earlier next year. It won't be in December. It will be in September for BlizzCon in person. They're also adding this new whole playoffs blitz weekend thing. Again, we're not going to go into super details. I imagine most of you aren't going to try and compete, but if you are, it's linked down below. But yes, the big awesome part, BlizzCon, September 12th through 13th, Worlds will be there. I don't know if all the matches will be there across like the 2 days. I imagine not. They'll probably do some preliminary before that, but regardless, it'll be amazing. My plan is to be there, not as a competitor, but as a spectator. Maybe I'll get involved with Blizzard in some form. I don't know. That's not said at all. I've had some talks, but regardless, I'm planning on being there, and I cannot wait to see next year's winner crowned in person. Maybe it'll be Zhao T again. It would not surprise me, but there's a lot of amazing competitors and a lot of young players like Gabby and Maxi coming up, or, you know, Phil had an amazing showing as well. So it was just really fun to, you know, be involved in casting it. We had a great turnout. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Prize pool, by the way, will be the same. Qualifiers will be the same, except there won't be like a last call. It'll all be through Masters Tour and Point. So again, really awesome day. And I guess that wraps up this year's news updates. Unless something else crazy pops up during the holidays, we will start our year end in review, like the best cards, the worst cards, and all sorts of other stuff throughout the next couple or week and a half or so. So happy holidays to everyone. We'll see you tomorrow when we start recapping things. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Congrats to Zhao T. Successful rag flip it all. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.